read all afternoon. We sat in the hall because the parlor was dead silent. Mildred kept peering in at it with a blank expression. I paced the floor and came back and squatted down and read a page as many as 10 times aloud.
You cannot tell the precise moment that a friendship is formed. Like filling a vessel drop by drop, there's eventually one drop that causes it to spill over. So, friendship is formed when a random acts of kindness eventually spill over and one becomes love.
That favorite subject, myself. That favorite subject, myself. I understand that one.
But Clarice's favorite subject wasn't herself. It was everyone else. And me. She was the first person in a good many years I really liked. She was the only person I can remember who looked straight at me as if I counted.
These guys have been together a long time. I know the words in one way or another point to Clarice.
She's fucking dead. Can we talk about somebody alive? Why doesn't the door boy say anything?
I shut it off.
It's only those stupid dogs. You want me to shoo it away?
Oh, stay where you are. Stop. Let's just get back to work. Okay?
Books aren't people. You read, you look around, there isn't anybody. Now my parlor family. My parlor family is people. They tell me things. I laugh, they laugh. Colors. Oh, the colors. Besides, if Captain Beatty found out about these books, he'd come and burn the house. My family. It's awful. Just think of the investment. Why should I read? What for?
Why? What for? You know, I saw the damnedest snake in the world. Would you like to see that snake? It's at the emergency hospital where they filed a report of all the junk that snake sucked out of you. Or maybe you'd like to go to the house that we burned last night and rake all the ashes for the old bones of that old woman that we burned. Huh? Does that sound like fun? And what about Clarice McClellan? Where do we find her? The morgue? Listen. Jesus God! Every hour, on the hour, there's so many things in the sky. How the fuck did it get to where the jets are up there every goddamn second? But we don't want to talk about it. Why not? Is it because we're having so much fun that we forgot about the rest of the goddamn world? Is it because we're so rich and the rest of the world is so poor that we just don't give a fuck if they are? You know, I've heard rumors. The world is starving, but we're fed. Is it true? I don't know. It's because the world works so hard and we play that they are just so goddamn pissed off at us. Do you know? Because I sure as hell don't. But these books here, they may just get us out of the cave. Okay? They may give us the answers so that we can stop making the same goddamn mistakes, Millie. Listen, a day, an hour, 2 hours, okay? And then...
Anne! Oh, yes! Yes, the white clown!
I thought, Montag, where do you go from here? Poor Mildred. Those books are mud to her, and to me. Where do I find help? Where can I find a teacher?
Professor Faber? Professor Faber!
Yes. Who is this?
It's Guy Montag. He's the fireman from the park. Do you remember me?
Yes, Mr. Montag.
I have kind of an odd question to ask you. How many copies of the Bible are left in the world?
I don't know what you're talking about. This is some sort of trap. I can't talk to just anyone on the phone.
Okay. How many copies of Shakespeare? Plato?
None. You know as well as I do. None. Goodbye.
I think I knew already from the firehouse listings, but somehow, I wanted to hear Faber say it himself.
Well, the ladies are coming over tonight, Mrs. Bowles and Mrs. Phelps. We're gonna watch
No.
the White...
This is the Bible. The Old and the New Testament.
Don't start this shit again.
But, look, this might be the last copy of this part of the world.
Well, you have to give it back tonight, don't you? Captain Beatty knows you have it, doesn't he?
I don't think he knows which book I stole. But if I hand him a substitute and he does know, he might guess I have a whole goddamn library.
Guy, do you see what you're doing? You'll ruin us. Now, what's more important, me or that Bible?
That just means there's one thing left to do. I gotta find a press and make some extra copies of this.
Guy, you will be here for the White Clown and the ladies coming over tonight?
Billy, does the White Clown love you? Does your parlor wall family love you with all its heart and soul?
Why'd you ask a silly question like that? If you see that dog outside, give him a kick for me.
Once as a child, I sat upon a yellow sand dune by the sea, trying to fill a sieve because my cousin said he would give me a dime if I did. But the faster I poured, the faster the sand sifted away. I remembered the terrible logic of that sieve. I looked down at the Bible. I thought, if I read fast and read all, maybe some of the sand would stay in the sieve. But the words fell through. In a few hours, there would be beating, and I would be handing this over. So no phrase must escape me. Each line must be memorized. I could do it.
Ah! Who is it?
It's Guy Montag from the park. Do you remember me?
What do you want?
Let me in.
I haven't done anything. Leave me be.
I'm alone, okay?
Do you swear it?
Yes. Yes, I swear. Shit, I swear.
All right. Just a minute. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. All right, come in. Come in. Have a seat. The book. Where did you get that from?
I stole it from an old woman whose house, books, and herself were burned. Not by us, but by her own hand. My wife has died, and a friend of mine is already dead by some maniac driving recklessly. Professor Faber, you're the only one that I know that I thought that could help to see.
May I see it?
Oh, yeah, sorry, here.
It's been a long time. I'm not a religious man, but it's been a long time. Do you know that books smell like spices from a foreign land? Oh, I used to love to smell books when I was a boy. So, suppose you tell me why you've come here tonight.
I want you to teach me to understand what I read.
What knocked the torch out of your hand?
I don't know. It's just something's missing, okay? Everything that I know went up with pretty much all the books that I've burned in the past 10, 12 years. But I know there's something inside these books.
Not the books that you need. It is something that was in the books that you destroyed. The books were a receptacle where we stored things and we thought we might forget. The magic of books is in what they say to us. 3 things are missing. Number 1, you know why a book like this is so important? Because it has quality. Quality to me means texture. Books have pores, they have features, they have details. Fine, fresh details. The good writers, they touch life often. The mediocre writers, they rush a quick hand over it. And the bad writers, they rape her and leave her for flies. That is why books are hated and feared. So, now you can see that books touch the pores of the face of life, the details. So that's the first thing that's missing. The quality, the texture of information, the detail.
And the second?
That would be leisure.
We have plenty of hours off.
Oh, time off, yes. But time to actually think. When you're in a room, you can't argue with a 4-wall television. It tells you what to think.
You know, my wife, she says that books aren't real.
Well, thank God for that. you can turn it off then. Television is an environment as real as the actual real world itself. And it becomes the truth. Books can get beaten down with artificial reasoning. Number 3, the right to take action from what we've learned from the first 2. And Mr. Montag, I don't think a scared old professor and a renegade fireman turned sour can do anything this late in the game to change anything.
Look, I can get books, though.
Oh, you're taking bigger risk.
Yeah, that's the best part of dying. When you have nothing left to lose.
That's an interesting thing to say. Did you just think of that?
Yeah, I mean, it just came off the top of my head, but are things like that books?
Off the top of your head, that's even better. You didn't fancy it up for me or for yourself or for anyone.
Okay, well, I thought that if it were worthwhile, that we can get a press and just print some extra copies.
We?
Yeah, you and I.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So do you want to hear part of my plan?
You keep talking like that, I'm going to ask you to leave.
You're not at all interested?
Not to talk the sort of talk that'll get me burned for my troubles. Now, if you wanted to suggest maybe burning the fire structure itself, we could maybe plant, make books and plant them in the firehouses themselves. Now, for a plan like that, I would say bravo.
So you mean print extra copies, put them in the firemen's houses, send the alarm, and then have the firemen's houses burned?
I was just kidding.
I mean, if you thought that it was a plan worth trying, though.
Can't get guarantees. Don't ask for guarantees. And don't look for someone to save you. Do your own saving.
Well,
You're absolutely certain?
yeah, absolutely.
It is an insidious plan, if I do say so myself. Imagine all of the firehouses across the land burning, destroying the hotbed of treason. Oh, God, yes.
I've got a list of all the firemen.
No. You and me and who else can start fires?
I mean, professors like yourself, historians, other artists, something like that.
Well, I do know some actors who haven't acted in a long time. Some historians who haven't written a word in 40 years. Maybe we could tap into their rage and hate.
Yes.
But that's just nibbling along the edges. Nobody wants to be a rebel anymore. Can you dance faster than the White Clown? Can you shout louder than the Parlor family? People are having fun.
Look, yeah, fun. Committing suicide, fucking murdering each other.
Patience, Monte. The war. The war. We'll turn off the Parlor family. And civilization is flinging itself apart. Stand back from the centrifuge.
Look, there's got to be somebody ready for when it all blows up.
Yeah, what, people quoting Milton? Telling survivors that man has a good side too, while they pick up stones to hurl at each other? Mr. Monte, go home. Go to bed. Why waste your final hours scurrying about your cage, denying you're a squirrel?
So you don't care anymore?
No, I care so much, I'm sick.
And you won't help me?
Good night, Mr. Monte. Good night.
Professor Faber, would you like to own this?
I give my right arm. What are you doing? Don't! No! Stop, please! No,
Who can
don't!
stop me? I could burn you!
You wouldn't!
Yeah, I'm a fucking fireman!
What do you want?
I need you to teach me to read!
All right. Do you have any money?
Some. $400. Why?
I bring it. I know a man. He could get us started. We could wait till the war starts, but that would help us get started quickly.
Good. Yeah. I wish there was something that I could say to the captain. I mean, I just don't want him to teach me to go back to the way that I was. I mean, just a week ago, I was pumping a kerosene hose thinking, God damn, what fun. I mean, can you help me tell the captain anything when I see him?
I almost let you walk out the door tonight. That's how much of a cowardly fool that I am. Yeah.
What is that?
I've waited half a lifetime for someone to speak to me. I have dared not speak to anyone. When I met you in the park, I knew that one day I would see you again, either with you bringing fire or friendship. I finished this several months ago. Here.
It's like a tiny earbud music playing.
Yes, but more. I can listen to you. I can hear about the firemen. I can analyze the firemen. I can make more of those and spread them all around the city. Put it in your ear. See? Can you hear me?
Oh, shit! I can hear you!
Go to the firehouse. I will be with you now. And we can listen to Captain Beatty together.
Okay, look. I'm going to take a chance giving you a substitute book tomorrow, okay? Just take it.
I'll contact the printer. It's the least I can do. Be careful.
Faber, I don't want to change sides just to be told what to do. All right? Been there, done that. There's no sense me changing sides if I do that.
You are wise already. Would you like me to read to you while you're sleeping? They say that you retain knowledge if someone reads to you while you're sleeping, if they whisper to you.
Keep talking.
How about the book of Ecclesiastes? There is a season and a time for every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to laugh, and a time to cry, a time to gather stones, and a time to cast stones.
You could feel the war in the sky that night. I got the money from a bank which was open all night, every night, with robotic tellers in attendance. Faber informed me that the spin on the war was 1 million men had been mobilized, which was an alternative fact. Actually, 10 million were deployed. But if you say 1 million, the lost is happier.
Doesn't everyone look nice?
Nice. You look fine, Millie. Fine.
Oh, you all look swell.
I'll go take a look. Oh, yes. No front porches. My uncle says that there used to be front porches. And people would just sit there talking when they wanted to talk. Rocking and not talking when they didn't want to talk. Sometimes they just sat there and thought about things. My uncle says the architects got rid of the front porches because they didn't look good. He says that the real reason was because they didn't want people sitting like that, doing nothing, talking. That was the wrong kind of social life.
Guy.
My uncle
Excuse us,
says.
Guy.
My uncle says.
Guy.
Tomorrow, time enough. Be careful.
When do you think that the war will start in its earnest? I've noticed none of your husbands are here tonight.
Oh, they come and go, come and go. In again, out again, Finnegan. The Army called Pete yesterday. He'll be back in a week. President Hope and the military say so. It's going to be a quick war. 48 hours, they say, and everyone home. That's what President Hope and the military say. Quick war, like no one's ever seen before. He was called yesterday, and he'll be back in a week. That's quick. I'm not worried. I'll let Pete do all the worrying. Yep, I'll let old Pete do all the worrying. Not me. I'm not worried.
You know, it's always someone else's husband that dies, they say. I've heard that too. You know, I've never known any dead man killed in war. Killed from jumping off bridges, yes, but Gloria's husband last week? Killed from war, no.
No, not from war. Anyway, Pete and I always said, no tears. It's our third marriage, each. And we're independent. Always independent, he says. And if I get killed off, you go right ahead and don't cry. But get married again. And don't think of me.
That reminds me, did you ladies see the 5-minute Claire Dean romance on your wall last night? About the woman she went to the
Ladies, let's talk. How are your children, Mrs. Phelps?
You know I haven't any. Nobody in the right mind would have children.
I wouldn't say that. I've had 2 children by cesarean section. No use going through all that agony for a baby. The one not even is, you know, the race must go on. Besides, sometimes I look just like you. And that's nice. Yep, 2 cesarean sections did the trick, yes sir. The doctor said cesarean wasn't necessary. said I had the hips for it, but I insisted.
C-section or not, children are ruinous. You're out of your mind. I plunk the children in school 9 days out of 10. Then I put up with it when they come home 3 days a month. It's not all that bad. I heave them into the parlor and turn on the switch. It's like washing clothes. Stuff the laundry in, slam the lid. They'd just as soon kick my ass than kiss me. Oh, thank God I can kick back.
Let's talk politics, please, Guy.
Sounds fine. I voted last election, same as everyone, and I laid it on the line for President Noble. He is the nicest looking man to have ever become president.
Oh, but the man who ran against
He
him.
wasn't much, was he? Kind of short and homely looking. Didn't shave too close from his hair very well.
What possessed the outs to run him? I mean, you just don't go running a little short man against a tall man. Besides, half the time, I couldn't hear a word he said. And the words I did hear, I didn't understand.
Fact too, and he did not trust to hide it. No wonder the landslide vote as never before seen was for Winston Noble. Even their names helped. Compare Winston Noble to Herbert Hogg for 10 seconds. You can almost figure the results.
Damn it! What do you know about Hogg and Noble? Huh?
Why, they were on my parlor wall not 6 months ago. One was always picking his nose. It drove me nuts.
Mr. Montag, you mean you like him? You want us to vote for a man like that?
Guy,
God damn
could
it.
we just watch?
Damn it!
Guy! What is that? What have you got there? Isn't that a book? I thought all special training these days was done by CD. Are you reading up on the fireman theory?
Damn it. Theory? Hell, this is poetry.
Monte.
Shut up!
Monte, hold on, don't.
Look, these monsters. Talking about monsters, the way that they jabber about other people, their children, and them fucking selves, and their poor, unfortunate husbands. The way that they talk about the war. Damn it, I stand here, and I can't understand it.
I'll have you know, I didn't say a single word about any war.
As for poetry, I hate it.
Have you heard any?
Monte, you ruin everything, you fool. Shut up.
Sit the fuck down!
I'm going home.
I
Monte,
said
the
sit
name of
down!
God, what are you up to?
Mr. Montag, why don't you just read us one of those poems from your little book? I think it would be very interesting.
That's not right. We can't do that.
But look at Mr. Montag. He wants us to. I know he does. And if we listen real nice, then Mr. Montag will be happy. And then maybe we can go on and do something else.
Monte, go through with this. I'll cut you off. I'll leave. What good is it? What will it prove?
I'll scare the daylights out of them. Scare the fucking daylights out of them.
Now, Guy, who are you talking to?
Monte, play it as a joke. Walk to the wall incinerator. Throw the book in.
Ladies, you see, once a year, every fireman can bring a book home to his family from the old days, just to show how silly it all was. Guy's surprise tonight is to read you a sample, to show you how mixed up things were, so we don't have to worry our little heads about it ever again. Isn't that right, darling?
Say yes.
Yes, dear.
Here, read this one. No, I take it back. That real funny one you read today. Oh, ladies, you won't understand it. It goes umptity dumptity. Go ahead, dear.
Read.
That page. What's the title, dear?
Dover Beach.
Now read in a nice, clear voice. And go slow.
The sea of faith was once too at the full and around earth's shore lay like the folds of a bridal, bright girdle furled, but now I only hear its melancholies, long withdrawing roar, retreating to the breath of the night wind, down the vast edges drear and naked shingles of the moon. Ah, love, let us be true to one another. For the world which seems to lie before us like a land of dreams, so various, so beautiful, so new, hath really neither joy, nor love, nor light, nor certitude, nor peace, nor help for pain. And we here in this darkling plain, swept with confused alarms of struggle and flight, where ignorant armies clashed by night.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I don't know.
You see, I knew it. That's what I wanted to prove. I knew this would happen. I've always said poetry, all that mush, and now I've had it proved to me. You're nasty, Mr. Montague. You are nasty. Silly words. Silly, awful, hurting words. Why do we want to hurt each other? Isn't there enough hurt in the world already? You've got to go around teasing people with stuff like that.
Come on, we can be happy. You go turn the family on. We'll have a party.
Oh,
Sherry.
I am trying my ass straight home. If you want to come to my home and watch my Wall family, all well and good. But I will never step foot in that fucking fireman's house again in my lifetime.
Get the fuck out! Get out! Go and think about your first husband divorced, and your second husband killed in a plane crash. Go think about your third husband blowing his fucking brains out. Go home and think about all the abortions that you had. You. Go home and think about all your cesarean sections. And think about your kids who hate your stinking guts. Get the fuck out and think about all the problems, whatever you did to stop them. Get the fuck out before I knock your asses down and kick you out again!
Fool, Montague, you silly fool!
Shut up! Mildred. Mildred! Mildred! Hey!
Remember, I'll be right here in your eardrum making noise. Don't turn me off again.
Stay with me, old man.
Well, well. Here comes a very strange beast, which in all tongues is called a fool. Sit down, Montague. Who a little wise the best fool will be. Welcome back. I hope you'll be staying with us now that your fever is done, your sickness is over. Stands in plain sight now. Not that we don't trust you, understand. Well, the crisis is past and done. The sheep has returned to the fold. We were all sheep at a straight at times. Words are like leaves. Where they most abound, much fruit of sense beneath is rarely found. Alexander Pope.
Be careful.
What do you think of that?
I don't know.
Try this. A little learning is a dangerous thing. Where does that put you? I'll tell you where. Read a few lines, and off you go over the cliff. Boom! You're ready to blow up the world.
Don't listen.
Chop off heads. Knock down women and children. Destroy authority. I know, Mr. Montague, I know. Stick with the firemen, Montague. All else is dreary chaos.
He's trying to confuse you. Be slippery. Watch out.